Ooh, good timing with the title screen there. Are we live?
You're live.
We are live here. Welcome. I'm looking at the camera right there. There it is. How you doing, everybody? Brian here, playing a brand new game from Joy Masher, just released yesterday, called Blazing Chrome. If you know anything about me, which you probably don't, I'll explain to you that I love 2D platformers more than anything in life, and especially games like Contra, Castlevania, Metal Slug. I could go on. There's tons of them. But that's what I grew up on. That's what I love. And when I saw that this game was being released, I had to play it. And so we are dedicating our stream today to Blazing Chrome, trying to get to at least level... Well, we'll try to finish it, I guess. What do you think?
In a day?
I mean, I've been blasting through the first level pretty well. I've been practicing. I hate to...
How many levels are there?
I don't know. It looked like 5.
Oh, yeah, then yeah, you can do that.
All right. Well, here we go. We're going to start it up. Do we have anybody here yet? Not yet? Let me share this link out.
Yeah, take a minute. Corgi Gameplays.
Hey, hey.
Sir Kev Tendo.
Kevin Tendo, what's happening, buddy?
The myth.
The myth, the legend. All right, just sharing out the link here, and then we will get started. Boom, sharing. All right, we do not want to start where we left off. We want to start fresh because we want to, yeah, there he is. Let's do it, Kevin. We are starting over. Actually, I didn't want to do that. That's okay, we'll start it from here. We will start the next level. So we're in level 2 right now, Sam. Now this is a level that I haven't been practicing, so I talked myself up, and now I'm not going to look as... Alright, should I just start the whole game over then?
I feel like that's honest.
Alright. Sorry, everybody. False start. Resetting. So far, this game has been pretty epic. It feels like Super Contra, or Contra 3, Alien Wars. But it's got like a good mix of like super pixely graphics and great animation.
And mechs.
Yeah, and you can jump into a mech. Plus you can play some sort of, oh yeah, Joy Masher. See, we should have done this anyway. Got the whole like logo and everything. Yeah. Who else we got? Corey Gameplays. Sweetness. We gotta watch this cool stuff. Yeah, if that doesn't scream Contra, I don't know what does. Alright. Let's start over. Pick normal difficulty, because we're not gonna over-challenge ourselves for this one. Ooh, there's some hidden characters that we don't even have yet. I didn't even see that. I think we're gonna go as Doyle. Because his name's Doyle, he's clearly a Terminator reference here. We know how to play. And we are going to pick the first level. Ruins of East Capital. Here we go. Alrighty, this is straight up Contra. Good to know we already have an automatic fire on the weapon button, so we don't have to keep clicking unless we have the grenades. We'll see that in a bit. What are we streaming to today, Sam? Are we streaming everywhere?
Yeah, we're on Mixer, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and
Love that we are everywhere at once. Got so much audience everywhere. They all need to see me everywhere we go. Alright. As you can see, I've got a really dope laser weapon. It's got a charge feature on it, so every weapon seems to be a little bit different. Some are more explosive, and this one is a short range, but it also tracks. And it does a hell of a lot of damage over time, which I love. And you can switch with the big button on the controller back to the laser or whatever you have there at the top left of the screen. Let's use the regular gun for now. And here we go. So we've been through a couple boss battles already before we started the stream, and I have to say the animation of the bosses is amazing. Clearly this game is a major love letter to all those old school games from back in the day, including screen clearing bosses, which is, I just blew up, which is awesome. Well, we got fire. You can stop your fire, and you can stand still, so you can go at angles, similar to how Contra was on Super Nintendo. There it is. Apparently, there's also a laser grapple in this that I did on accident. Got an achievement for it, and I don't know how I did it. So, I didn't see the pink purple thing. So is it something I have right now?
Oh yeah. Try that.
That's no. There's a. Here's our first boss of the day, an HK, clearly Terminator reference here. Let's see how well we can take down this baddie, and we're getting our asses kicked, and that's fine. That's what these games are for, all memorization. Adam Furberg. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Yes, of course it looks sick, because it looks just like Contra, and you know how we love Contra. Alright, here we go. And then we could jump into mechs. Yes, that's correct. I am in a mech right now. Great animation with jumping on the cars there. Definitely feels weighted. Feels like there's something going on. I mean, this is just wonderful. All right. If you're just tuning in, we are playing Blazing Chrome here on Mobcrush across Facebook, YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. And this mech is taking some damage, but also dealing the damage out, so there is a great wash here. Alright. I love the scaling of the characters. This is really fun. Again, we wanted to thank Joy Masher for sending us this key. I'm really glad we could promote this game. This is the type of stuff that we want to promote all the time, or cool indie developers out there. Especially when they do stuff like this. This is just awesome. Typical mini boss. Just made me eject from my mech, as the mech did not handle that damage too well. Controls are super tight, super responsive. I mean, this is just an amazing game so far. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. I'd love to see a name of these bosses come up on screen if possible, or a life bar. I think that'd be a cool touch. As worthless as it was, the power-ups in Symphony of the Night to allow you to see the names of the characters that you were fighting, I thought was actually pretty cool. Gave it a little personality. Oh. Oh no. And I am dead. Oh, I guess I'm not dead. Yeah. And that's how Last Life goes. Hello, Jewels of Neptune! Janica, what's happening? We're going to continue because, oh, they don't continue right away. As long as we have continues, life is good. And that's what I think about real life. As long as you can just hit continue, everything should be fine. just wish that we had some sort of an option to replay mistakes that we made in life, and I'm getting too deep into this. Any of you folks going to VidCon or know anyone that's going to VidCon? Would love to hear some of your VidCon stories. That's happening this week and weekend. I got to go yesterday during the day. Very exciting event as per usual. It's definitely become the sponsorable event of the year for influencers across digital platforms. And my support helicopter just got shot down because that's part of the story. Adam Ferberg, you must have dated some pretty nasty looking people in high school. Good talk. But did they also shoot lasers at you and come blasting out of walls with snake heads? The answer is yes. Great. Kind of loving the grenade launcher gun, however, the pixels and all the animation get in the way of actually seeing if I'm going to get shot or not, which kind of sucks. But that's fine. Oh, very well said, Adam. They were bosses. Their own... I get you. Sure. Yeah, see, it's a damaging gun. It just gets in the way of all the other action. I can't see if I'm going to die or not. Like any old school game, there's a lot of visual and sound cues prior to big things happening from the bosses. They're also built up in stages like they should be, according to, you know, genre tropes, I say. Nice animation. What do they call that? And all the animation is put together in pieces. Like cardboard cutouts almost. All the best animation was like that back in the day. Oh. Ooh, I think we got him. Or her. Now, if that wasn't a Mode 7 effect from Super Nintendo, I don't know what is. And we scored pretty well there. Okay. Alright. How many people we got watching us today, right now? 7 people? Okay. Let's get it going, people. Share it out. Let's play some Blazing Chrome together. If we had any idea of how to play co-op with you guys, I mean, obviously you'd have to have the game, but if we knew how to do that, we would do that. But maybe next time. This is definitely one of those first times let's show off this game kind of thing. Mission 3. I skipped Mission 2 only because it said the difficulty wasn't as bad for this level, but that might have been a mistake. Defense bot. Now, I was mentioning this earlier. I think that might be ode to Cyrax from Mortal Kombat 3 when he's stuck in the desert. If you guys know what I'm talking about, chime in, comment that I am a Mortal Kombat dork. I don't know if you guys can see that little haze back there in the background. Very nice little effect. Lots of parallax scrolling. Always a fun thing to see. Oh gosh. And another mini boss. Here we go. Gotta find that weak spot. An ode to Doom, I would say, with this music. I think I mentioned that earlier. Oh wow, a Doom/Dune reference. And now, is this Dune the book or Dune the David Lynch travesty that was...
Whoa.
I knew it. No, see, what's funny is as a kid I loved the movie. Growing up, I loved it. Now I'm kind of like, you're a fan.
I am.
I'm just a fan of David Lynch, though, so I guess I guess I should say I like it. And I can watch it anytime it's on TV, that's for sure. Oh, golly. Oof. I don't know how I got through that. Adam Ferber calling me out for the UMK3. That's correct. That is exactly where that came from. Pretty interesting that they had to add those extra little touches as they made updates to that game. Also, DLC in an arcade meant you had to come out with a whole new arcade machine, or somebody would have to plug in a whole new motherboard. Wild. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, all that stuff. Alright, looks like we got another sandworm here. Or is this a Beetlejuice reference? Different design, yeah. I went to the I Like Scary Movies pop-up event that was going on this last weekend, and they had a whole Beetlejuice thing set up. It was really cool. I will share photos.
Michael on Twitch, do you have Russian for Mavra? Should have translation.
We can check on that. Very good question, thank you. Keep them coming. Yeah, although we're playing some games here, let's turn this more into a dialogue, you know, let's make sure that everyone's questions are answered. And holy crap, what the hell is this? Oh my god! That is awesome. Including the blue goo as you shoot it in its mouth. Oh, cool. Lots of variations on the bosses. That's always a good thing. Looks like we got a timer, too, at the bottom. I didn't even see that until just now. It's always fun, just to add a little more... Oh! What? Did I do it? No way. Well, that's how you take down spiders, Sam. Oh, the Mick Cole asked... Oh, I don't think he heard the answer. We should have Russian translation. That's also, I believe, on our website, if you had any other questions for that. I would say that these are the dogs from Ghostbusters. If you guys remember, Dana Barrett did become a ghoulish, demonic dog that was one of the guardians to Gozer. That's also my nerdness coming out, and Ghostbusters is the greatest movie ever made. But we all know that already. Okay.
Ghostbusters 1.
The first Ghostbusters. Oh! Do we have some shit talking when it comes to Ghostbusters 2, Sam?
Oh, how'd you know it was that one?
Is that what you're... Okay, so...
There's no reason you can't plug a joystick in this statue without it down the slide. Is that accurate?
Well... Yeah.
I should make everything work. Slime and joysticks.
I agree, as long as it's pink slime, mood slime, slime and joysticks. It's a really messy video game channel. Oh my gosh, these dog things are pretty tough. I'm only calling them dogs is because they're on all fours, and apparently that's all I know of an animal that is on all fours. They can't be bears, they can't be anything else, because they're dogs. Ooh, and that's a bug. What's that? Oh.
Ignore that screen name.
As you can see, we have a bit of maybe a ode to life force Gradius here with all the bugs and body parts that we're running through, and now I have a drill. So I'd say that this is the Total Recall reference. We're going through the mining tools that they use. I love that movie. Dude, like a mother brain?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, especially with what we're looking at right now, right? This game's right up my alley. Oh, get out of there. 10! Getting up there, everybody. We've got 10 concurrents. Tell everyone to come check us out here. We are doing our best to save the galaxy of the Blazing Chrome universe. Oh, looks like he got his microphones. Sorry, just a little off-camera action. Oh my God, this is great. All right, here we go. Oh, and the lasers will get you. So watch out for lasers. Trying to put everything to memory when I'm getting here. And they bounce. I see. Okay. What's always nice about these games is that they are always based on repetitious patterns. And I almost beat him, but I did not. But we will continue. And yes, we are going to be continuing as much as possible. Ode to Mike at Cinemassacre, who is awesome at continuing and plays games. Hold my arm, why don't you? Adam Furberg. Looks like we've got, hopefully Joy Masher is seeing this, but we've got an official person that wants to buy this game based on this stream alone. We are proving the model, everybody. We are proving the model. Promotion across streaming.
How much is this game?
I don't know how much this game is. Do you mind looking that up, Sam? Joy Masher was nice enough to let us have this copy for the cost of $3.99, which is perfect. Because this game's worth a full price, in my opinion.
Looks like on Steam it is $16.99.
That's a good deal for this. No, that's a great deal. Loving this mech with the drill. I think the trick here is to keep going forward because these things are relentless, but we still want this here. A speed bot. So I think you can use those bots, or the bots are actually activated once you are outside of the map. Yes, it is true. You need to just keep moving through this. Okay, we're doing good. We got 4 lives here to fight the spider. Wait, is this the spider or is this the eyeball thing? This is the eyeball thing, right? Okay, great. So we got 4 lives to beat this thing. Now, already got an eye gone. Definitely feels a little Gradius Life Force, shooting eyeballs and shooting different body parts in order to stop it from attacking in different ways. Love that. It's almost like a whack-a-mole game here. Alright. And I believe this game is for PlayStation 4. This is what we're playing it on PlayStation 4 right now, right? There's a Switch version, I think, and PC. And that's how you own face in Blazing Chrome. Oh, never mind. We are still going. There was something controlling that giant beast this whole time. There's kind of a mother brain, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd venture to say that that's a brain, right? Like, you got your wish, man. Man. No. Very difficult game so far, but extremely rewarding. Graphics alone are... Oh, I got him! Holy cow, I'm doing pretty good. Well, maybe there's another version, or another iteration there. Oh, I think we did it. Yeah, we are getting trophies. We are getting all this stuff. We're playing for real here, folks. All right. Echo the Echo. Chris Michael, thank you very much. Keep watching. All right. Thank you, Adam, for posting the MSRP in our chat there.
Yes.
Chaos Kid, we will, yeah, please, let's keep the conversation to Blazing Chrome right now. All right, okay, difficulty, we'll do this one. So it seems like there's 4 stages on here. I'm assuming that that's all the stages, but we can always figure that. Oh wow, this looks great. So if this is totally Contra 4 at this point, or sorry, Contra 3. I keep saying Contra 4, even though I've never played Contra 4. Oof. All right. So even if we finish this game today, we are still probably going to check out some other modes because it looks like they've got a speedrun mode, which is all what I want in life. What other games are you guys playing? I'm playing Bloodstained as well. That's like another 2D platformer. More of a Metroidvania, but I don't like that terminology, but I guess I'll call it what it is. I just don't know why they call it. It's more of just it's Symphony of the Night. It's like Symphony of the Night. You guys ever played Soten? It's probably the greatest Castlevania game that's in that type of Castlevania game, but of the OG Castlevanias, I'm all about Rondo of Blood. Comment below if I'm an idiot. I hope you agree. Not that I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, looks like I'm not turning up. There we go. Oh. Looks like we're continuing again. Alright. It's fine. It's what we do. It's how we do this. Continue or give up. If I'm given those 2 options, I'm clearly going to continue. Finally.
Who's your main in MJ11?
Yeah. I bet Adam's gonna say Shang Tsung. Yeah. Adam is a hardworking individual, but it would be nice for him to join us in a stream one of these days. We'd love that. Wow, this is a really tough level. I can't see much, and there's a lot of bullets flying around. I'm out of lives already again. Like, what else is new here? This is one of those games that you just need to keep playing over and over again, which I'm fine with. Laserface. Taserface. Is that his name? No. What was that guy's name in Guardians of the Galaxy? Taserface? It was Taserface, right? Yeah. Wasn't it that one comedian that played him? Taserface. T1C3. Tice? Is that supposed to be Tice? Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize. I should know that. My name is BR8N. It's not. It's kind of, yeah. Good try. BR14N? That's my name, everybody. So if you guys are wondering who I am, I am BR14N. I head up the creators and community team here at Mobcrush, and if you have any questions, please hit me up. bfoster at mobcrush.com. Happy to help. Also support our community at mobcrush.com, and then check out our Discord, which will probably pop up on the screen at one point, or yeah. Over here. Try to do that while I'm playing. Did I just beat it?
The whole thing? Or
No, I mean the train level here. As I come in and destroy those guys. Brett Shepard, what's happening, buddy? You gotta play Borderlands 3, huh? Can someone text Phil to get on here too? He needs to hashtag echo the echo up in this bitch. Alright. Multitasking. That's right. I have nothing but love for all of the streamers that actually can comment throughout the entire gameplay session that they're doing. This is the hardest thing in the world to do. Little story about Brett Shepard. We used to play Tekken Tag Tournament for probably 9 hours a day at the fraternity house, and we actually burped the game out. I didn't know you could do that with CDs, but you could. And we one day tried to play it, and the worst day ever, and the game just didn't work.
dang that autofill.
Phil McLaughlin?
Dang it. But he's good too. He's a quality Phil.
Malibu 2020, Shepard. That's funny. Oh, I love inside jokes. And I love that you know that it's an inside joke and I'm not telling you anything. Ha ha ha. Everyone's all like, what? No. It's all right. Thanks again to Joy Masher for allowing us a free copy of Blazing Chrome, which I clearly am not enjoying at all. I'm just kidding. This is like my favorite new thing. Still haven't bought the Contra collection, which I probably should, considering how much I like this game right now. But this is new. I need a fresh game. It's a fresh game. Go! Kind of loving the unlicensed particle accelerator I've got on my back here. It's another Ghostbusters reference. So yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on Ghostbusters 2. Everyone has a problem with Ghostbusters 2 except me. What's your small problem with it? I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the first one.
And it's just that sequels have to escalate. They're very better.
Well, it tried to. It tried to add too much slime.
Yeah.
But that was it, right? It followed that, you know, method, right? I don't think it's a terrible movie by any means. I also, huh?
I would watch it.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, if the choices were Ghostbusters 2 or...
Oh, here we go. What would be
Beaches. If I had to watch Beaches, I would probably choose Ghostbusters 2.
I don't know, man. I'd probably choose Beaches. Big fan of that movie. I like Beaches.
I don't know. It depends if I want to cry that day.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
I would watch Ghostbusters 2.
Ghostbusters 2 is an emotional film. I mean, you know, for a while, those guys were broke. And for some reason, even though they saved the city, they still got screwed at the end. Like, that was how the story worked out, right? Yeah, I know it pretty well. I shouldn't even be asking, I should just be telling, because I know it way too well. But, yeah, so they saved the city from literally the universe ending, right? Like, Gozer was ready to come in and destroy everything. And they still didn't get any love. Which I couldn't totally buy, even when I was a kid. I figured that they would at least get some, you know, notoriety for it, instead of just having to go to birthday parties and kids wanting He-Man to be there, except for the Ghostbusters, you know, opposed to the Ghostbusters. You know, that old tale. But do you have a favorite movie?
A favorite movie?
Yeah.
Bring it to a genre?
Of course, we can bring it.
Yeah, it's too wide open.
This is your day, Sam. You bring it to where you want to bring it.
Well, to the 16 people watching.
Yeah, 16. We're growing here.
What's going on?
That's what happens when you start sharing stuff out and you keep dying and blazing chrome because I can't seem to beat this stupid game. It's not a stupid game. I don't mean to say that. It's a great game. It's just one of those things. Okay, so genre.
Sure.
Damn it, game over.
Pick a genre.
Oh, me pick a genre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go with horror first.
Can I pick Lost Boys as a horror film?
Sam, you made me pick the genre. You're like making me. What do you mean? Of course it's a horror movie.
Then that.
There was also a setup for Lost Boys at that I Like Scary Movies thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, they had the whole like throne that Kiefer Sutherland sits in.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
covered in like goofy dolls and everything and all that. The underground thing where they live.
They give you a Chinese container of water.
There was a giant Chinese container, like takeout container full of maggots that you could take pictures in front of. Yeah. Are you liking your maggots, Michael? There's that, and then there was, oh, this is a great one. You could hang off of the train.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great picture. Great photo op. It's actually pretty cool, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. Beetlejuice had the whole Lost Souls room where like the ghosts are flying up in the background. That's the Lost Souls room. I know that part. And then they also had you could sit in a sofa and it made it look like you were the girl that was cut in half from the waiting room. Yeah, so they had the full waiting room, and then you could also be the guy with the shrunken head, and then also the guy that got eaten by the shark. So like one of the legs was covered in a giant shark. It was great. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. So if anyone knows how to talk and play video games at the same time, please let me know in the comments. So I can't rush through this. I think so. There's no like I don't know how the hell you speedrun this. Do you want to try one? You can't because I'm playing.
No, it's alright. I played.
Sorry, but
I didn't play this level.
You didn't. Well, this level's so far the hardest one, and I believe that's pretty. Isn't that awesome? I'm taking my time. That's my problem. I'm trying to rush through. Nothing works when it rushes through. What did Adam say? Ghost Witch 2 is fantastic. Wow.
Seems a bit over.
Adam, I agree with you though. I think it's a great movie on its own. It's just not even close to the first one in terms of quality. Yeah. Now here's a controversial question. What about the 2016? Is that when that came out? The Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters? It's not that bad.
It's not. I have no problem with it. But I will see it.
Sure. You just didn't see it.
It's just at the time I have a dad with 2 little kids and we don't go out.
Yeah.
So
And there's too much to watch that you can just get at home.
Yeah, I'm still scrolling through millions of things between Google and Netflix. One day now, let's do that. But right now we're catching up on like the entire existence of Handmaid's Tale.
So am I. Chrissy is my fiance. Hey Chrissy, if you're watching, you're probably not. We are watching The Handmaid's Tale. We're 6 episodes in. It is depressing. It's messing with my head.
Yeah, no, like the last 2 days I've been like,
Yeah.
I found out because we watched 2 of those episodes last
I can
night.
do one at a time, and I kind of put it down. I'm like, we need to watch something funny afterward because I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's too much.
Yeah, and that was exactly. But for me, I don't want to see something funny necessarily. Something like this is exactly what I would want to watch. Like Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh.
That kind of movie.
Thank you for that, Sam,
That is
because
probably one of my all-time.
okay, so now we're getting down to it. Okay.
But that movie, I cannot be.
No, because it's like everything. It's sci-fi, it's kung fu, it's all the things.
Like it straight out has created a genre that nobody has actually replicated.
No, although there was supposed to be a sequel
Yeah.
with The Rock,
I
um,
recall that.
I don't think. I think a sequel would be great to that movie. Although there already was a comic that was a sequel,
Yeah.
and there was also a comic that was a crossover between Snake Plissken, who was from Escape from New York, and then also Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China. So it was kind of like a cross. Kurt Russell.
One has an eyebrow.
The only difference.
It's pretty much.
That's so good.
Actually, I'll say Snake Plissken is a better hero. He actually manages to land. The whole thing with Jack Burton is that while he is the protagonist, his sidekick is the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Wang. Yeah.
Because Burton, like, he gets knocked out, he like misses opportunities.
Right.
You know, he bumbles through it.
Yeah. He shoots the ceiling. You
Yeah,
know, like.
and knocks himself out.
Yeah, knocks himself out.
Why-
Takes himself out of the fight completely.
Yeah.
He is kind of his own comedic relief, or whatever,
Yeah.
comic relief. He's great.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to see more of that, but if we see what John Carpenter can do in terms of sequels, like Escape from LA is not a very good example.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that franchise suffers from exactly the same thing as this one.
I agree. The only really good part of Escape from LA, I thought, was that Bruce Campbell makes an appearance as
Sure.
the Surgeon General of Los Angeles, and he's got like super plastic surgery done in his face. It just makes his chin look even bigger than it already is. It's great.
I would totally, if you made a third one, I would totally watch it.
Yeah,
What would
and
you do?
well, I was hoping because they keep. Oh, jeez, I suck right now. They were referencing for the long time like Pittsburgh. Oh, what about Pittsburgh? And they always say, "Well, do you remember what we did in Pittsburgh?" And it's like, well, I thought they were going to do something, but that would be a prequel, and they'd probably end up casting somebody else, which I can't do
Yeah,
it.
that's a
Now, a sequel to, I think, Big Trouble in Little China right now would be fine, especially because Jack Burton's just older. It doesn't. You can make it 25 years later. It doesn't really matter. Kind of like how the Halloween was this last one that came out, which I thought was very good.
That was great.
Yeah, they did a good job. Oh, nice.
I secretly want them to figure out a good way to do a sequel/mashup to Mortal Kombat.
Because it's the
'Cause it
same
is the
thing.
same thing.
Speaking of that, I know we're playing games and then watching or talking about movies right now, but we'd love to hear your thoughts out there, audience. Mortal Kombat is now going to be rated R, the new movie, and they are going to show fatalities on screen. Now, if you guys have seen some of our Mortal Kombat streams, you've seen some of the fatalities. I know. I'm just wondering exactly what they're going to show, but they're going to have to do the classic ones. Like, they've already announced that Sub-Zero has been cast, so they're going to have to rip off some guy's head and keep his spine attached.
Oh yeah, that's the number one.
Right,
It's gotta happen.
right. And exactly. All that's got to be in there, and it's got to be brutal. And I was kind of hoping this, and it's funny that people announced it today because I was playing MK11 yesterday, and I was like, which Sub-Zero are we gonna get? The one that was in the movie that didn't say anything and just kind of froze people without really doing anything else, or are we gonna get like a real, story out of this guy? Because if you guys know the legends and the lore behind it, Sub-Zero is pretty rad. The writer? I don't know. I know James Wan is producing it. The writer is the guy that posted it. Posted the tweet about the fatalities and then it being rated R, I believe. Ooh, oh, I got to the part with a lot more lives. Looks like I'm getting better at this game. Yeah, that's who posted that thing the other day, right? Which I don't know who. Not one of the Russo brothers. I mean, I'm okay. God, what? Who did this guy know, or what did he do in order to get that?
It's just like a really looking white dude.
Done.
Like he's gonna write horrible fatalities. Because otherwise he would probably make them.
I mean, if they're giving him Resident Evil, right? Like, he's got to have some sort of, like, genre. Was he a Gregory Russo at one point, or...? We were doing it here, everybody. We were doing it. We were dodging beach balls coming out from everywhere. Oh, wow. Here we go. And we got him, I think. Usually there's a big star explosion when you actually kill somebody in this game, so... Oh! We're going inside the belly of the beast. Like Fear.com or whatever? Because the movie Fear that I know, and I might be aging myself here a little bit, is the one with Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon. When he, Mark Wahlberg plays kind of a jerk, and he's the villain, and he's basically a psychopath that's trying to date the dude from CSI's daughter. Oh, that... Oh, that was a game. Fear was a game, I believe Sega. It was like a first-person shooter, but it had a bunch of like horror elements to it. Yeah, exactly. Totally. But I mean, I think that's great. I mean, if James Wan's giving, you know, some time to a guy that really understands the game, you know, is gonna like do some service to it as opposed to just come out with something that the studio wants. Like, I think that's great. I think that's kind of what Kevin Feige did with the Marvel universe. Like, the guy that directed Spider-Man is the guy that directed like that movie Clown. I think it's the same guy that directed the first one, right? I don't know though. Which I haven't seen Far From Home yet. I apologize. Was it really?
It was really good.
Oh. Better than the first one?
I actually didn't see the first one.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, the Office one. I'll go to that.
When I was in town, I had to take off. We watched Mad Max at the Forever Cemetery with fireworks. Oh. Fury Road is awesome. I was very glad that that movie turned out good. And that was the first time Chrissy saw it, and she is not into those kind of movies at all, and she was like, that was really good. And I'm like, yeah. And I think it's somewhat because of Charlize, and she is just such a badass in that movie. She is so great. The effects of her arm are super fun, and I don't know, I thought it was a great movie.
I'm actually going to take back my statement about the Big Trouble in Little China. Mad Max is very similar in a lot of ways to that genre, in that the main character, the hero, the protagonist, is not really the hero.
Anti-hero?
Not an anti-hero. It's not like a
oh,
thing.
I see what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, it's similar to, did you see this Into the Spider-Verse?
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, please watch that one. Another another version of like Spider-Man might not be the main dude, you know, like, which I think is great.
Not saying that Thurs and Batman aren't anti-heroes, because they fulfill that.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, I especially think that like Max in the Mel Gibson films was, but yeah, you're right. I think Furiosa was the star of that movie, and she was great. Also, I heard that the original script of that movie was called Mad Max Furiosa, which would make sense.
That's my job.
This is a really great boss here, by the way. I have not commented in a while because, yeah, seriously. Plus that whole scaling effect when it jumps out into the background and flies up.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier, and that's one of the things this game does really cool, is just the way it brings on modern, it's not just so simple.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to play with graphics that at the time might have been pretty heavy duty for hardware, but now they can do it, but now you can add so many extra little nuggets. We're going. We're beating this today. We are beating this today, everybody. Alright. What else is that? Okay, let's pick another genre of movie. I mean, I'm gonna go to rom-com. Do you have a favorite rom-com? Yeah. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that one because I think that's one of the more romantic movies out there, especially when it's not expected to be such a love story.
Right.
And it was. I think in every way it was. I think, what's her name? Bonham Carter. She is wonderful. She is great.
When the reveal happens and you watch it again,
Yeah.
the performance is even better.
Exactly. When he won't talk to her, or like he keeps ignoring her, and she's like, "Why the hell are you ignoring me?" She wasn't talking to anybody, or he wasn't talking.
Right.
You know, like he was like looking at her talking to somebody else. Like, come on.
Adam says Always Be My Lady is pretty great.
God, I haven't seen it yet.
Best rom-com I've ever seen. My wife is trying to get me to watch that. I haven't seen it yet either.
Nanachka Khan, I believe is her name, the one that created that show. She also did Off the Boat, or Fresh Off the Boat, which is in like its 6th season now, which is pretty awesome. She was just on Marin, WTF podcast. Definitely give it a listen if you want to hear about a cool creator who really had an interesting like origin in the business. Very cool. Rom-com. I was gonna say The Notebook, but then you threw Fight Club in there, and now I'm like Dawn of the Dead, you know? Like,
I mean, if we want to go traditional, I'd probably just go with Harry.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Don't F with Mr. Zero. There's such good lines in that movie, and like it's just.
Oh, actually, I'm going to change that statement to Joe versus Volcano.
I have never seen that movie. I'm also going to change mine. This is more of a comedy, but it is romantic, so it falls into the rom part. Money Pit.
Oh yeah, that's really good too.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's awesome. Especially trying to look for like a place to buy and live in the world. It's the worst.
Especially here.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to buy a place in LA? Well, I want to buy a place in LA. I don't know anyone that can actually afford a place in LA, though. And those that do are not the kind of people that I usually want to hang out with. Oh, come on. This is a killer boss fight, by the way. Shoot balls. All right.
What's up, Joseph? Family over on Facebook.
Hey, hey, hey. Joseph. Wow, this is a tough one. And here we continue yet again. We are doing it, guys. We are doing it. We are here. Oh, if I'd have ran out of time and had to start over, I'd have been very pissed.
All right, chat room, pick a genre of movie.
Ooh, I love it. Chat room, pick a genre and let's see if we can name a movie from that genre. What a game, huh? Sci-fi. What do you consider sci-fi? I was gonna say, we already said Dune. I mean, I hope not. Oh, okay. Like Firefly, Serenity? Yeah. It is, but can we count it because it was a series first? We're counting, it's fine. And do you count the whole, like, Firefly universe, or, you know? And that was Joss Whedon, was it?
Yeah, Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I would use that answer even if we're not counting the series, or even if we are including the
Okay.
series. Like, there are definitely episodes of the series that, you can tell that these are the ones that are
Yeah. The movie kind of did what it wanted to, right?
Yeah, the movie was a very concise story.
Yeah. I just really liked how realistic they made that out to be. Like, everyone spoke Mandarin, right? Just because that became the universal language. I mean, that's really smart, just based on, like, population and stuff.
Right.
I also love, what's her name? She played the Terminator in the Sarah Connor Chronicles. The girl with all the powers that they were trying to protect. The asset.
The River is the character.
Yes, River. And I also love the engineer. I think she's fantastic. She does a lot of circuit stuff for like the Comic-Cons and everything.
Yeah.
She seems very fan friendly. Summer Glau.
Yes, Summer Glau. So, side note story to this, I was hanging at the cafe in Hollywood on Solar with Moenga.
I know that place.
And we used to just go there for like 5 hours things on the way. And this girl walked in, this guy was there. And I'm like, holy crap, why do I know her? And I was like, date? I go on a date with this girl? And then like it occurred to me, no, this is Summer Glau from Firefly.
Definitely no date. Definitely not dating. Maybe while I was watching and we were like,
Yeah, I'm like, well,
I was trying to save her. Yeah,
for my own,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, Adam says Star Trek First Contact.
Okay. So I mean, I would just say like in that instance, what's your favorite? Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome movie. I'm still a big Wrath of Khan fan. Oh my god, I'm terrible right now because I'm thinking about movies. Concentrate.
But is Star Trek better than Star Wars?
Wow, you're asking the tough questions here, huh? I would say at this point in the game, yes. There is more good quality from Star Trek than there is of Star Wars. What do you think? God.
I mean, I don't look at it on that scale. And what they've actually done with it so much is what like overall, Star Wars is for dirty action stuff.
Okay.
And Star Trek is, you want to explain the science behind it, which has always been the part that I didn't care about.
Oh, you didn't care about that.
Yeah.
See, I like when they kind of put like warp. Warp is real, or at least a theory. I always liked that they did that. And in Star Trek or Star Wars, it was just like, all right, we're going to light speed now. You know, okay, might as well be Spaceballs.
Yeah.
You know, ludicrous speed. So I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I definitely like all the science behind stuff.
I think if I was reading it, I'd be more interested, but as a show, I feel like, oh, we're gonna take a break from it. So, okay, got it. Like, I still loved, you know, Deep Space Nine and.
Deep Space Nine was a raw version of Star Trek.
I thought that was the best one.
People have mixed reviews on it, but I think it's great. Adam will definitely chime in. Ooh, very. Is that horror though? Is that sci-fi horror?
Joseph had asked for.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, Joseph says. I'm sorry about that. We missed that, didn't we? Yeah. Event Horizon is terrifying. In many ways, it's more of a like a hell on earth type of story than a sci-fi story, right? I mean, they basically open up a portal to hell using, you know, black hole technology, which is real.
Adam says DS9 is
Yeah, I think I've sworn twice on here. They're gonna hate me for that one, but oh well. 0 guys to fight this boss again. Man, I am not doing well.
Event Horizon is like if they took Warp Drive and made a cure for balance.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Also did sci-fi. I don't know if I really count it as sci-fi. Special Troopers.
Totally
They
sci-fi.
just are in space fighting.
It's an action movie, right? But
Yeah,
I think
really it's an action movie.
I think that movie's awesome.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
And really, it's a sci comedy.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
so good.
it's a Paul Verhoeven movie.
Yeah.
It's RoboCop with bugs in space.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole satire on whatever's going on, like the whole army recruitment and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. Do we have a count in the chat how many times I've continued and died? Because it's getting up there now.
I know that, but I could have put that up there. I had to scroll.
That would have been a great idea, but maybe it'd be a little bit embarrassing at this point. What if I want the speed bot? I don't want to go faster. I'm dying because I'm moving too fast. Oh yeah.
I read it like it was honestly a bit.
Wasn't that the computer informational stuff?
Yeah, it was at the end of every
Yeah. Would you like to see more?
brainwashing.
Yeah, and it's very propaganda heavy, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
the propaganda is the best part.
yeah, it is amazing.
That and the bugs.
And I think what's his face from Breaking Bad is in it. He's like the general with the one arm. Isn't he in that? Oh no, he's in. Yeah, I think he's in that too. He's in Total Recall as well, which is also a Paul Verhoeven movie. No, it was the brother-in-law. Good lord, this is tough.
Alright, well, let's answer Joseph Hamlin's horror question.
Favorite horror movie? That's
I
easy.
already said Lost Boys earlier. We did say this, but he wasn't here yet.
Dawn of the Dead, 1978. It's the best. It is the best. It's my favorite movie, actually. What about you guys? What do you like? What do you love? At least I'm starting to understand this guy's patterns. Oh, thank you. The Thing is awesome. There is a short story that was written. The first Alien? Did somebody? Oh, Adam. Adam's favorite movie is all of the movies. I read this short story, and I can't remember the author's name. I'll have to look it up. Maybe we'll share a link. But it was from the thing, the actual creature's perspective.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just trying to survive. Yeah, it was just doing what it does. Yeah, pretty interesting. And it basically made it seem like this just goes on for years. That's how it moves from place to place. It's just it takes on the form of, you know, different life forms. And so it had, like, in its brain all these memories of all these life forms that it took over. And so it kept calling itself, like, when I was Childs, when I was this, when I was the different names from, yeah, awesome. At one point, I think it does admit that McCready was the thing at the end. Yeah. And then it also says that, like, Childs was going to drink gasoline instead of the booze. If you remember the ending. Like, McCready almost gave him, like, gasoline to try to, like... Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I forget I'm on camera sometimes. The Exorcist was one of those I still have nightmares about. The first movie that really gave me nightmares, though, was Creepshow. I don't know if you guys ever saw Creepshow. And then I used to love, like, the horror comic books and stuff, so that movie fit right in line with what I was, like, reading and trying to kill from the script and all that. What else? Hellraiser used to give me nightmares.
Hellraiser, the first one.
Yeah.
They're putting the sofa up the stairs, and there's just like dusty nail hanging out of the thing. That is so cringy to me.
Because that was the catalyst for getting him wild, right? The blood and yeah. That's a messed up movie. Oh, it's awesome. That one still holds up. The guy tearing his face off in the mirror because he's kind of like freaking out. That guy, Toby Hooper, just passed away a couple years ago. Oh, I got an achievement for something. Man, I'm not figuring this out. I need to at least come to this boss with an extra life in my pocket here, but not really happening. Whoop. Let's pause for a sec. All right. One more shout out to Joy Masher for giving us this free game here. We are jamming away, and we can't seem to beat this train level because it's incredibly difficult. I don't know if I'm just like a glutton for punishment, but these are the kind of games that I've always loved. Yeah, not a Fortnite guy.
Not into anything in which I have to do.
Yeah, did you know in Minecraft? None of that.
No,
Same. I couldn't get into it. I'm not even getting annoyed. It's too fun. All right, we're still on the same level here, everybody. I could see why 4:30 is a good time to cut out, especially if someone can't get past the one level.
Right chapter of next genre.
You have a favorite game growing up? Video game?
Favorite video game? Um, so for a long time, it was on the pad itself. It was a game called Dark Castle.
I love Dark Castle.
So good.
With the traps and like you had to run through.
The mice and the fast. And
Yeah.
Basically a puzzle. But
Yeah.
kind of platform.
But at the time, really good sound effects and like it was like a really exactly. That was a good game.
Yeah. To the point where like just a few months ago, I was trying to find an emulator online to play it.
I'm sure you'd be able to find a ROM of that.
And then the original Ultimate games, like 1 through 3. Once they got to 4 and they made a 3D done, people stopped caring so much.
Because that was top down, like isometric for a while.
Yeah.
I agree.
But you had like a whole party. You had like 4 guys. You had a wizard, a cleric, and a fighter, and whatever you wanted. I loved it. Because like, I was big into D&D at the time.
Yeah, I mean that was right in line with all that.
It was perfect. I mean, there's no game that has ever really captured that for me since.
Ultima.
Yeah.
What about Baldur's Gate? That's D&D, right?
Yeah.
So Baldur's Gate is now being released for the Switch, PlayStation. Like they're releasing the original ones, and now Skybound owns like the publishing rights to it.
And there's a board game.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that one.
So the way Betrayal works is you're a party exploring a haunted house, and it's a tile-based map. So as you play, you're laying out parts of the house, and each room some of the rooms will trigger omens, and every time an omen happens, you have to roll. And so as it goes, the roll gets harder and harder. So you're rolling under the amount.
What do omens do?
Well, at some point, omens trigger the haunt. So it's that cool thing of, it's the candelabra in the basement found by whatever. And then you consult the book to see what haunt happens. And they have like 50 plus haunts.
It's just events?
The game then changes. So your party of 4, one person now can become a traitor and takes on the role of whatever the haunt is. So it's like, and it's not like, it's they become a vampire or a werewolf. They have some traditional ones, but like they're all super far out of there where it's like, you don't know what the mechanic's gonna be.
Right.
They get their own book to consult, and you as the team have your own pages of like, here's how you think you're gonna get through this, try to do these things, and it is not it's not balanced in the players' side at all.
Oh, really?
We've lost millions and we won for sure. But like, we've had things where it's like, the trailer comes back as a undead Viking, and he's just like, super strong.
Can you give the name of it again?
Betrayal on the Hustle.
Oh, what a cool name.
But yeah, so they now have a Baldur's Gate, so it's the dungeon crawl. And it does the same thing, where at some point in the dungeon,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you could be on everyone's side at one point, and then all of a sudden you're the bad dude. I love that.
I've loved every single version of that we've played, with the exception of what we played at New Year's. So the haunt for that one, I don't know if you remember the episode of Buffy that was silent.
I do remember that. I mean, I remember hearing about it. I never watched Buffy, though.
Yeah, it was that. So, as the players, we could not talk to each other. And if we did, I think we automatically died or something.
And that's just the rule.
Yeah, and I don't remember how we were supposed to eat the person. But it was New Year's Eve, and we're like, 6 of us, like, hanging out, and we haven't seen each other in months, and suddenly we're playing a 2-hour game and we cannot talk to each other.
It's almost torture.
And I was like, this is the worst. It really came down to, at some point, us just being like, no, we're not doing
this. Rule paused.
But every other version of it, I just absolutely love, and if we fail.
That sounds awesome. I've been trying to play Eldritch Horror. I think it's called the Eldritch Horror. Yeah, it's like a Lovecraftian type game.
Yeah. I don't know if I played that one. There's so many Cthulhu games out there.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
think I know.
This one in particular seemed pretty involved, but I mean, I like those kind of games. I've always wanted to make a game. That's awesome. It's difficult. It's like a heavy market, you know, competitive.
Yeah.
Gotta know a good publisher too.
At this point, like to do it, you have to have all these really detailed miniatures. And
yeah.
everything has to be super polished.
Like right off the bat too. Like in order to sell it.
Yeah. Unless you're just making like a hard game.
Right.
Because an indie creator, the bar is so
I'm gonna beat this guy this time.
This last word. Heard it here first. Clip that.
Awesome.
So that just got released today. We're using our multicasting. You can see exactly how many people are watching on each platform from the Mavra.com page.
What's our breakdown right now?
13.
Well, I mean between each platform.
9 on Facebook. 3 on Twitch. And 1 on Instagram.
Oh, we got one on Mixer. Awesome. Come on.
Yeah, Mixer starts showing up. We start building out the interactivity for our
Right.
Speaking of interactivity, how much can I budget for my things? Oh, nice!
Yeah, I would love to smash it. Well, that's a vibration.
We should get an assortment of smashable things. So
yeah.
sledgehammer.
I mean, I think that would be the a cool new feature. Should we do a Smash game? Let us know in the comments below, or to the side, or above. Mission accomplished.
That's not a thing.
No, I know.
Alright.
What's
Anybody else
next?
has a request for genres?
No genre requests? Echo the Echo. I'm so glad that that's a thing. So that's the background on Echo the Echo was we were doing Extra Life 24-hour streams at full screen, and that was the working hashtag as we were playing, because Phil made it apparent that we needed to play Echo the Dolphin for Genesis, which is a pretty bad game. I don't know if you guys know that game really well, but it's kind of unplayable. I never understood why people loved it so much, and I might be getting some heat for that, but here. Echo the Echo, see, there it is. It's another full screener right there. Yeah.
I recognize you.
Adam is a very funny stand-up comedian.
Oh, do you have a lot of friends at UCB, Adam? We may have met. Were we on an improv team together? Ugh,
I don't think he ever did any improv. Yeah. But I know he lived by my other friend, Alex Berg, who...
Oh, Alex Berg?
You know Alex Berg?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Then I almost definitely have met Adam.
Alex Berg is one of the most talented improvisers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He's really good.
One team dominated. It's like
But
top.
they're awesome. Every Thursday night, I believe, is their show.
It's still going?
Yeah. Yeah. As far as I know. I mean, unless it's changed in the last, like, 2 months. But I try to make my way over to UCB occasionally. At least once a month, maybe once every other month. I love it over there. Was that your main improv haunt?
Yeah, yeah.
UCB?
And usually I would go to Iowa West. R.I.P. Iowa West.
Yeah, I know. They're still in Chicago, though.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that part's still alive, but now they've got a new theater over there. It's like they used to be in Wrigleyville, but now Wrigleyville has become very corporatized. Like lots of hotels, and since the Cubs won the World Series, it's kind of been a big business thing, and which I guess is fine. That's how things change. But its IO is now gone, and now it's at a different space on North Hyper. I forgot we're in a different level here, and I don't know what's going on yet, so I'm trying to learn too. So you're more of an RPG guy then, huh? Than like platformers or even video games, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Tabletop more than anything.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think it's the whole social element.
Right. I didn't get into tabletop games until recently, and now I'm fully on board. The difficulty in this game has ramped up quite a bit. That background is sweetness. I mean, they even made the voices sound crappy, you know, like digitized and like over modulated. We're doing it. So anybody out there taking part in our affiliate program? Anyone have any questions about that, please hit us up at community@Mobcrush. We've got all the answers, or at least suggestions. What else we got going on? Joyride, we're working with a company called Joyride, not Joy Masher. This is Joy Masher. Joyride is a different company, but that's coming up soon. A Joyride? Oh yeah. Ooh. Outlaw Josie Wales. Or, I guess that's part of like the trilogy, isn't it? Like, I like High Plains Drifter, because that's more of like a ghost story. Obviously I'm into the horror stuff and all that, but I like that movie a lot because it's a ghost the whole time. Spoiler alert. It came out 40 years ago, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, right?
window of opportunities.
Right. That's like somebody, you know, saying that, you know, Darth Vader was Luke's dad. I mean, sorry. I know.
This guy looks a whole lot like a stormtrooper.
Exactly. Tombstone's awesome. You ever see did you ever see the Wild Bunch? It's pretty wild. A bunch of wild. It's yeah. Man, this is tough.
Hey!
Some of these death animations are pretty awesome. Oh, and there's a reflection in the window there too.
Finish it. It isn't. I am in there with the programmer.
Wow. Did you make this game?
Apparently. In my dreams.
That little reflection in there is really sweet. I mean, what a nice touch.
So, everything goes according to my brain, we'll be doing an underwater level next.
Oh God, I hope not. I really hope that they...
Worst thing ever.
I'm gonna disagree with you. The worst thing ever in a Mario game are the ice levels. At least you can figure out how to swim. In ice, you have no control over Mario whatsoever. It's all about that sliding, and you can't stop properly. Did you play like Mario back in the day or anything? Yeah. Big Mario nerd. mean, are we like final boss territory here soon? Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even jump high enough to get over some of this stuff. I think that melee attack is pretty heavy-duty damage-wise, so... Yeah, speed bot not helping. I don't want to move any faster. I can hardly control the thing better. This is probably the tightest new platformer I've played, though. Yeah, I wish Bloodstain felt like this. It's... That switch port is not the best. This is really difficult. Yeah. We're doing it.
That's our show.
How much time we got? 3 minutes. All right, we got 3 minutes
It's your
to...
call. You can keep going.
No, we'll beat it in 3 minutes. Got to get back. I just wanted to make sure we had a stream today with RKVC being out. We wanted to continue the string of... How long, I mean, we didn't have one last week, right? But that was a holiday. That's fine. But we've been pretty consistent. And that's the key. If we're going to leave you with one bit of advice today, be consistent. Sucks that every time you die, you lose your gun.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, you turd. Alright, we got a few guys left here. Here we go.
Freaking much going on there.
Well, we'll leave it on that screen. We'll just pause it. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. watching me play this awesome game. Thank you to Joy Masher for the brand new game coming out this week, Blazing Chrome. And thank you, Sam, for... Can you get your... There you go. Oh, wow, that was wild. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Have a good one.